And welcome back to Praggers Gaming. I'm Gamer Praggers, and this is Wasteland 2. In the last episode, we made our way to Angel Oracle, and we did some exploring around the grounds. And now, we're coming in here. So we're going to speak to Guard Llewellyn. And we need to mention Sandra and the hobo. Hello, gentle stranger. Welcome to the Angel Oracle, home of the Mannerites. My name is Guard Llewellyn, and this is Guard Baron. We are at your service. Mention Sandra and the hobo. We helped Sandra down from a tree. Guard Francis helped take Sandra back to her parents at the cafeteria. Friend of children, you have our thanks. And here's a little something for your trouble. We saw a hobo hiding near the wall. Oh no, I think I know who that is. Don't worry, we'll get him over to the hospital so Doc Edwinson can take a look at him. Guard Berkeley, please go assist our friend. Our good, troubled friend. And we need to mention Darla as well. Let's receive Mannerite Guard Canteen. Oh, geez, I totally forgot. She asked me earlier and I just plain forgot. I hope she'll be okay. Now, Brother Llewellyn. Now, Brother Llewellyn. I'm sure she'll be fine. Rangers, will you please take this canteen to Guard Darla immediately? Thank you for informing us of her situation, gentle visitors. It is greatly appreciated. Exhaust the rest of the dialogue and the doors will open. Okay. We're looking for cat little. Got any? Well, we don't make it here, if that's what you're asking, but Mr. Manners keeps cats, and he has our scavenging teams looking for the stuff all the time, so he may have some. What do you know about the Angel Oracle? Why, you're standing in front of it. This is our home, and we've made it very nice. We've been broadcasting our message of manners and civility to the Wasteland, and we believe it's helping restore some civilization to the world. You are totally welcome to share with us, friend, but first, you'll need to talk to the sheriff over in visitor processing. What can you tell us about the Mannerites? That's us, friend. We're the Mannerites, adherents of the Book of Nauseatingly Correct Manners, and this is our home. If you come in peace and you are polite, you are more than welcome to enter. If not, why, we'll have to ask you to leave. Are the Mannerites broadcasts coming from here? Oh, sure, Mr. Manners dispenses wisdom all across LA via the radio. It's a call-in show, and he really helps people learn to get along through the power of manners, now that there's no central authority. It's how I came here, in fact. I got sick of fighting hobos for lizard legs, and I realized I could make something of myself. Maybe help rebuild civilization, you know? Maybe I could... Brother Llewellyn, our guests look a little impatient. Perhaps we should hold our personal testimonials for a later day. Why do you care so much about manners? There's nothing more important than manners, my friends. It is the glue that holds civilization together. Where exactly is the sheriff? Sheriff Marshall is just inside the door here, and she'll get you situated in the Angel Oracle. Just make sure you're polite and use your manners. That's the real key to our society here, you know. What do you think about Mr. Manners? Oh, he is a great man, our leader and the world's most knowledgeable mind when it comes to matters of proprietary. What kind of radio do you have? I was told that we have one of the most powerful setups in this part of Los Angeles. It's a really great promotional tool, don't you think? It just brings so many people together so quickly. Yep, it's a nice piece of tech to have. Brother Llewellyn, having good manners doesn't mean we have to go spilling all our secrets. Like the book says, a little ambiguity is good in social situations. Why do you care so much about manners? There's nothing more important than manners, my friends. It is the glue that holds civilization together. What did the radio broadcast mean by cleansing? I normally don't talk about that with new visitors, but you seem trustworthy. Mr. Manners is referring to our monthly executions. I'm sure Sheriff Marshall will go over it when she explains our rules. Okay. So we got the doors open, but we're going to go and give the canteen to Darla.
What a nice...
There we go. Thank you down there, Rangers. I feel much better already. Okay, so there is something else we can do here. We can brute force this. Oh, there we go. I don't quite know why that wasn't doing its thing. But here we go. Is that it? I think that's all. Yep. Okay. Right, so up here there should be a safe. And I see a toaster. Okay, so we'll just do a quick save. And I think it's that one. High level electronic safe. Nice.
I got this, Tamzy.
Baby Ruth. There he is.
Sorry about this, but we need to ask you some questions to make sure you're ready. After all, we can't have someone come buzzing in here and then complain that they don't know the rules, right? Just answer the following questions and we'll have you on your way. First question, when referring to a stranger, do you call them sir or fuckface?
Sir.
Perfect. Next question, do you wash your hands before or after a meal?
Before.
That's right, because we're not savages and also we like to stay healthy. Okay, next question, do you settle your arguments with words or with blood?
Words.
As a visitor, I'd like to welcome you to the Angel. Sheriff Marshall will want to meet you, but as far as I'm concerned, you're in.
Okay. Welcome to the Angel, friends. I'm Sheriff Marshall, and I'll need to explain a few things before we let you roam free. You do know that we're the Mannerites, right? And that we put a premium on manners.
We're looking for cat litter. Got any?
Well, we have some, but we can't give you any. Mr. Manners keeps it for his cats. I know that's a bit wasteful, considering his use in fighting radiation poisoning, but we don't get much of that here, so I don't ride him too hard about it.
What do you know about the Angel Oracle?
This place used to be a gladiator arena or something. The ladders fell off the front, they say, leaving the words as you see them.
Tell us about yourself.
I'm Sheriff Jojo Marshall, gentle speaker. I'm in charge of making sure people here mind their manners and that they stay nice to people. They stay nice and polite. When people come in out of the dust, who can say what kind of bugs they're carrying? Who can say their intentions are good? My job is to get people cleaned up and presentable, show them the ropes, tell them about the place, and make sure they're peaceful, and when the time comes, I take care of our executions too.
Who are the Mannerites?
That's us, General Speaker, founded in the ruins of Lost Feliz bookstore. You could talk to our spiritual and temporal leader, Dick Manners, if you want to know more.
What's all this fuss about using your manners?
Our society places the utmost value on proper etiquette. What better way to maintain civility than by ensuring that everyone displays respect, care, and consideration for others? Mind your manners and you'll fit in here just fine.
You have executions here?
Yes, General Speaker, executions. We got a nice little tidy little place, and sometimes people do their level best to make it a mess of it. We don't like that. It's not polite. Without the civilizing grace of manners, we're no better than savages, so sometimes we're forced to show people just how serious we are. I don't say for the job, but we got one coming up soon. A little fella named Fletcher couldn't keep his bunk area clean. The filth threw in some roaches through a vent next to his bed. Hurt some people, wrecked some stuff, so an example has to be made.
What do you mean by polite?
Being polite's the law here. Being rude or unkempt gets you demerits, and if you get enough of those, why, you get put on trial. And if you've been bad enough to be on trial, chances are good you'll be taking part in an execution, but not on the fun side.
What do you know about Fletcher?
Nicest guy you'll ever meet, polite to a fault, but he's so absent-minded he couldn't even keep clean enough to keep the roaches away. Disgusting things.
Where are the roaches coming from?
Sorry to say they live in the steam tunnels below the Angel. They're mean, hungry, and damn hard to kill. We block up any way they come through. We give them the proper motivation, like, say, rotting food, and they'll bust through.
The roaches came through a vent?
The ventilation system is connected to the steam tunnels that run below the field. They're connected to every part of the Angel. We blocked up one near Fletcher's bunk as well as we could, but the roaches always seem to find a way in. What can you tell me about Mr. Manners? Mr. Dick Manners is the guy who runs the show around here. He was raised in the Mannerite tradition, born and bred to be its leader, and he teaches us that the most important glue of society is proper use of etiquette, politeness, and civility. Hell, if we'd known how to talk to each other back in the day, you think they'd have dropped the bombs?
How can we help him?
You'd like to help? That's great, just great. Now that you've been processed and educated, we might just take you up on that. Right now, though, you should get acquainted with the place. You'll have to stick by a few rules, but I don't suppose that's too much of a hardship for law enforcers such as yourselves.
What are the rules?
We live by the book here. I was brought up a Robinson, but we came to the Angel and took its habit, so surely you can too. First rule is to be polite. Second is to use your manners. Don't speak out of turn. Don't interrupt. Cleanliness is next to godliness. You know, like that.
What do you know about the Book of Manners?
It's the book of nauseatingly correct manners. Some people have Bibles. This one's an instructional book, though, and it keeps our society civil and correct. When people are polite, it sure is a lot harder to get to fighting. If you want a real rundown, talk to Mr. Manners.
What do you know about the Robinsons?
I'm a Robinson born and raised. We believe that a person has to take proactive steps to seize the maximum amount of power they can. In fact, maximum power is the name of the book we live by. Found alongside the Mannerites' Book of Nauseatingly Correct Manners in a Los Feliz bookshop.
What do you know about Los Feliz?
It's a small settlement northeast of here, past Hollywood. It's ruled by a group of Jesus freak types. That's why we left. They might have been holy, but they weren't polite.
Okay.
Everybody's so nice here.
Indeed, Ralphie, they are. Okay. To the east, which is this way. Left, right, into a small room to speak with Sam, the cook post, and go through the dialogue, and when a smart ass option comes up, choose it to learn what's really on the menu. Sam, welcome.
Welcome to the Angel's Cafeteria. Food is served in the afternoon and evening. At least here's when the folks on the farm do their job and my equipment's working.
What's wrong with your equipment?
It's fine. The salvage team always brings back the parts I need when a stove or a fridge breaks. Well, usually.
What kind of parts are hard to come by?
As often as you see broken toasters just lying around the waste, you never find any dang heating elements. Mr. Manners likes his toast just so, and since my toaster's heating elements is worn, I can't get it right. He's a picture of calm, but I can tell he's getting riled.
Tell us about the farm?
It's right down on the floor of the Angel. Grow all kinds of stuff. Tomatoes, beans, potatoes, lettuce, peas, soybeans for protein.
What kind of food do you serve?
We're generally strict vegetarians here, by order of Mr. Manners. But the farm grows a wide variety of veggies, so we don't get too bored. There's also good clean water, and once a month there's courtesy meat for protein.
What is courtesy meat? Smartass.
You'll have to ask Mr. Manners about that. I just cook it. Protein is protein, friend. It all winds up in the same place, you know what I mean?
Why do I get the feeling you're talking about the other white meat?
What, you're telling me you never tried it before? It's no big deal. Tastes kinda like pig. You gotta cook it for a while to get rid of the stringiness, though. Makes me wish we had fatter people. Say, do you want seconds?
Where'd you get your water?
We collect our own, and the climate's good enough here. We don't have to ration it. Help yourself.
What do you know about Mr. Manners?
Mr. Manners has been a real godsend. Set me up here in the cafeteria, gave me the run of the place. Never felt more useful.
Any special rules?
Other than polite table manners? Well, just the seating rules. Over there's where the muckety-mucks eat, and over here's for everyone else. You should go sit in the good spots.
We're looking for cat litter. Got any?
I don't know why you'd want it, but I know Mr. Manners has lots of it for his cats.
Leave the kitchen and head east until you see Sandra.
Wow. Look who we have here.
Thanks again, gentle helpers.
Thank you, Rangers. There's no way to express how grateful we are.
Oh, Did I? No, I do have it. Okay. I missed that. Right. Continue east until it curves round. Until you reach the hospital and go inside. Hospital. Okay. Right. Inside the hospital, speak with the merchant, Nurse Flinkman.
Some of these places got the denatured alcohol.
Flinkman.
I'd love to talk to you, General Ranger, but unless you need something from our pharmacy, or until you're occupying one of these beds, I'm afraid I can't give you a moment.
Why are there so many people in your beds?
I have the feeling your presence here means you're going to see even more beds filled. The Robinsons and Mannerites don't get along well at the best of times, and we seem to have the need to show off for visitors.
Who are the Mannerites?
We're good people, if I say so myself. Maybe too polite for our own good sometimes. Makes people think we're pushovers. It's always a real surprise for them when they find out we're not.
And the Robinsons?
I might be biased, but the followers of Tory Robinson don't seem to want to get along. They want to get ahead. But that doesn't work here, and they're stepping on a lot of toes. Be careful around them.
Tell us about the pharmacy.
If you need medical supplies, we're open to trade. If you're willing to sell supplies, that is always appreciated. I'm always willing to pay a premium for certain ingredients. We're looking for catalytic. Got any? You want it for its anti-radiation properties, I'm guessing. Well, we don't carry it here in the hospital, but Mr. Manners keeps some for his cats.
What ingredients do you need?
I make most of my meds out of badger tail, roach abdomen, frog eyes, and lizard eggs, depending on the condition of the specimen. I'm willing to pay quite a premium.
And yeah, badger tails will go for $25 a piece. I'd like to buy something. I think we do have some badger tails. No, we've got nut sacks. Oh look, 2 badger tails. There we go. Okay. Right. Okay. Grab the loot. Right. I return the ring next to the merchant, speak with Sam, and go through his dialogue for some extra XP. Okay. Nice shine up. Been enough fight?
If you can call it that. Fucking Gitlin jumped me out of nowhere, the pussy. He never would have landed a punch if he'd given me fair warning.
Why did he punch you?
I have no idea. All I did was tell everybody he was the thief who's been stealing everybody's stuff. If he disagreed with me, he should have said something, not punched me in the nose. I thought Mannerites were supposed to be polite.
Take it you're not a Mannerite?
No way, I'm a Robinson. Born and bred. Carpe diem, motherfucker. That's my motto.
What other stuff has gone missing?
All kinds of stuff. Old man Palladino lost a watch. Nurse Flinkman lost some medical supplies. Lindy Lou lost her tool bag. That Glitlin's a kleptomaniac.
What can you tell us about? Can you tell us where Lindy Lou is?
Last I saw her, she was working on the ventilation fans out near the farms.
Where's Nurse Flinkman?
She's around here somewhere. This is where she works.
Where can we find Mr. Palladino?
He's usually hanging out near the commons area.
How do you know he's the thief?
I saw him. He was snooping around the ladies' room waiting for an opportunity. And Nurse Flinkman had something stolen from the ladies' room a few days ago. It has to be him.
So you didn't actually see him steal anything?
I didn't have to. I knew it was him. And now everyone else does too.
Who's Gitlin?
Jonathan Gitlin, pansy-ass Mannerite simp. He and me both trying to get into the civility enforcers. But he doesn't have a chance now that everyone knows he's a thief. Ha! That spot's mine.
You sure this has nothing to do with trying to beat out Gitlin for the position in the enforcers?
What? Of course not. I'm just doing my civic duty. Exposing crime and punishing wrongdoers. I would have beat Gitlin fair and square for that spot. Everybody knows I'm a better man.
Okay. Bedridden patients around the room. Okay, so surgeon, that's Rose, isn't it? So if we quick save, we can use surgeon skills on these dudes. And this is the last one. Right. Right.
Welcome, gentle wounded, to the hospital. Do you require care?
Do you provide medical care?
You're in luck. We provide the best quality care to our patients. They are mostly hurt by mutant plants, giant roaches, farm accidents, and occasionally gunfire. When someone forgets to be civil. For non-residents, the treatment is only 20 scrap. Would you like to use our services?
No. Right. What do you know about being civil?
Many of my patients are here because they couldn't remain civil. Lack of civility means blood and bullets. I guess politeness takes a while to learn.
Tell us about the farm.
They put a lot of hard work into it, and it's really doing well, but somehow these people manage to cut themselves, or stab themselves, or you see that guy in the end? I had to pull a corn cob out of his rear.
What do you know about the roaches?
A misguided soul believed that breeding roaches would help provide us with a steady source of protein. This is one of the reasons we all became vegetarians. Sadly, the offspring of those roaches have been growing and changing down in the steam tunnels, and it's getting steadily more dangerous down there.
So the Mannerites don't eat meat?
Only on special occasions. They call it courtesy meat. It's, not to my taste, no matter how clever the cook is in disguising it. So I don't eat it. I wish none of them would.
None of them? Listen, speaking as one doctor with another, is something wrong with it?
Yes, on so many levels. But morality aside, it's killing them. If they don't stop, we're going to see a lot more cases of madman disease.
Madman disease?
It's a brain parasite that's transmitted by eating infected flesh. It doesn't always take, but when it does, oh boy! And it can only live in human nervous systems.
Does that mean they're eating other humans?
Well, you can add 2 and 2, I'll give you that.
Why would people eat something that can transmit disease?
The problem is that people don't listen to their doctors. They listen to their leaders. And in this case, their leader made eating human flesh a sacrament. Until Mr. Manners stops eating it, nobody else will. Of course, if someone were to say, destroy the cooling systems for the meat locker in the cafeteria, not that I'm suggesting anything.
How can you hurt by a plant?
Have you seen those giant tomatoes? Do you know what happens when someone like that falls on your head?
We're looking for catalytic, got any?
We don't keep it here in the hospital, but if I ever need it for radiation cases, Mr. Manners is always willing to give us some. He has it for his cats.
We found a sick hobo outside the gate.
Yes, I've seen him. Very sad. He was once our sheriff, Rob Gooch, but he started to go crazy a while back. In one of his lucid moments, I was able to take some samples from him. He's got a rare brain disease. I suspect it's from eating human flesh. I call it madman disease. There's no cure. That's why I'm a vegetarian.
What can you tell us about your patients?
Oh, we've got some very interesting cases. The usual gunshots, stabbings, and accidents. But then we've also got polydactyl syphilis from Watts. Let me tell you, that stuff is a real threat. To treat. A real treat, to treat.
Can we borrow your microscope?
You mean take it out of the Coliseum? Why? What do you need it for?
We need it to cure plague in Rhodia.
A plague? In Rhodia? Wait a minute. Are you going to give my microscope to the thieving Athol Horkata? No way, I'll die first.
We're just going to either smart or hard ass. Smart or hard ass. So you'll let people die of a plague to spite an enemy?
Damn right I will. No, I can't, can I? I'm a doctor. I've got to put that first. But you better bring it back.
What do you know about Robert Hokada?
He was a good doctor, I'll give him that. But being civil always seemed to grate on him. One morning we woke up and he was gone. His loss was a shame, but the supplies he stole were the real blow. If you happen to see him, I think it would be polite to punch him in the face and bring it all back. He's living in Rodia, by the way. What do you know about Rodia? It's a farming community just south of here, just as polite as we are, but their produce is great. At least, it used to be. I hear they're only growing agave now. What supplies did he take? Some syringes, bandages, a whole bunch of pharmaceuticals. We've managed to rebuild some of our supply, but we can always use more ingredients to help restock our pharmacy. Where's the pharmacy? Right over there along the wall. We carry empty rat meds, some stimulants, some antidotes, the usual stuff. What ingredients do you need? We need badger tail, roach abdomen, frog eyes, lizard eggs. Do you have something you'd be willing to sell? If so, take it to the pharmacy. You left because you admitted that's the only reason? Well, he just couldn't stop swearing, and Mr. Manners didn't like it. Said he had a terrible bedside manner. Got to the point Hokata could see the writing on the wall. He realized Mr. Manners was going to make an example out of him, just like Fletcher. I don't blame him for leaving, but he shouldn't have stolen our supplies. It does say exhaust his... what if we could get Mr. Manners to stop eating courtesy meat? If you could do that, you'd be saving the mental health of the whole angel. No. Okay. Right. So we've got that, so now we can return to where we met Sheriff Marshall. Sheriff Marshall. And go west all the way to the end. Restrooms. Okay. Let's quick save. And we'll try and do that. We'll get there. There we go. Oh. Hang on a minute. I mean, this says that I'm supposed to get the toolkit trinket. But I didn't. Right, leave the restrooms, head to the entrance again. Okay. Right. Yep. Leave the restrooms, head back to the entrance again. Go north down some stairs into the central area. On your left, speak with the merchant. If you have the ration ticket, you can get your first purchase for only $1. What do you carry in your store? Oh, we've got all sorts of stuff. Most of it comes from our scavenger crews, but we make some of the more technical stuff here ourselves. You want medical supplies? Head down to the hospital. Let me know if you want to trade. What do you know about the Oracle? My family and I came here when I was a little girl. It was a great home. It's been a great home all this time. I hope no one upsets the balance, traveler. Tell us about your scavenger teams. We've got teams that go out and scour the wastes for anything useful. If you have anything you'd like to sell, I'm certain we can make use of it. What can you tell us about the hospital? We've had some problems with our doctors. One of them stole a bunch of our pharmaceuticals. You could probably head down there and talk to the doctor on duty to see if you could help out. We have a ration ticket. Let's see, the signature looks correct and the expiration date looks good. Alright, you only get the one pick, so choose wisely. Power armor's +9. Okay. I want the bullets, but I can't remember what we need. So, 9mm, 7.62, 5.65, shotguns. Right, sort inventory. Oh, and I think we need to buy... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. The 38. Right, +6 armor. Head west from Osmond to find a locked container.
Oh no. Right, what I will just do. Let's do that. Right. There we go. Murder.
I heard you, Gentle Rangers. What? I've heard of you, Gentle Rangers. What brings you here? The prisoners, or looking for the store?
What do you know about the store?
It's worth checking it out. We got a pile of loot from our scavenger teams. Best deals in the Angel. We keep the store there so our prisoners can be on display. Anyone going about their daily business.
How does the jail work? The lines are there so the prisoners know where their cells ends and freedom begins. I'm here because the Robinsons sometimes like to step outside the lines before their time is served. We found this photograph way back in Arizona. It looks just like you.
Oh my God, that is me. And that man is my husband. He and his salvage team left the Angel 2 years ago. They were headed to a pocket in the eastern radiation that had just opened up. No one had ever been there before, but they never came back. We never knew what happened. I've had this hole. It was so hard not knowing what happened to him. But this, it means he made it all the way to Arizona. How is that even possible? A corridor in the radiation? A tunnel? Sorry, I'm just rambling. I can't tell you what it means to know just a little bit more. He could even be alive. He just couldn't find his way home, and if you made it here, then maybe someday he can come back. Or I can go there. Thank you, Gentle Rangers. I've been so hopeless. I covered to remain polite, but this gives me real hope for the first time in a long time. I owe you. In fact, take this. Since I'm number 2 under the sheriff, I get first pick from the scavenge teams. But honestly, I don't need firepower like this in here. We're looking for cat litter, isn't he? Well, Mr. Manners has some for his cats, but he's pretty selfish with it. Don't get why anybody would want that stuff. Why can't cats poop outside like dogs do?
What can you tell us about the prisoners?
Those who are in here deserve to be. The rules aren't that hard to follow. They get a fair trial with Mr. Manners, and then they get to return to their lives. Well, most of the time.
Don't talk to them, please. Isolation is part of their term. How'd you become a scavenger?
You want to be part of the team?
Feel free to sell the stuff you find at the store. You might see some of our teams out there. Help them bring civility to the Wasteland, one convert at a time.
My family came here with the original settlers. We've been building the place for generations. It's hard to watch it filled with strangers, but as Mr. Manners is always saying on the radio, how is the world gonna become more civilized if we don't share our civility?
What do you know about the Robinsons?
The additions of the Robinsons to the Angel has been a challenge for everyone. The cells here fill up a lot faster, but it hasn't led to real violence. At least not so far.
What happens if they don't do their time?
I've got orders to stun them and drop them back inside the lines. They get the picture soon enough, assuming they got the brains. God gave a cockroach.
What do you know about Mr. Manners?
A true visionary, General Ranger. He took the foundation of our past and put us on a glorious course to the future.
Do you pick up any radio broadcasts around here?
When Mr. Manners started using the radio to welcome people to join the Angel, our parents figured he was crazy, that he'd bring a wave of looters down upon us. It turns out he was right more to trust people. He was more right to trust people. Radio's been a blessing for us.
Cool. On the opposite side, you'll find 3 portaloos. Right. I'll get a quick save. And unlock it. Hey, a Furby. Yeah, where's it gonna take it all? North of the Loose would be Mr. Palladino.
I remember Mr. Manners' dad. Boy, howdy, did he get rude when he died. Too bitter for the stew pot, he said. Hey, kid, do me a favor, will you?
What kind of favor do you need?
Listen, I used to be a civility enforcer back in the day, and I remember an old dentist office out west. They had all kinds of supplies, including denture paste. Well, I need some of that gunk to glue my teeth in so I can eat. You get that? You get it for me, I'll give you some sweet gear. You up for it?
And agree. So yes.
You'll go forward with an attitude like that, kid. I like you. Here, I'll mark the spot on your map.
There it is. We're looking for catalytic on a...
What, for radiation? Well, nobody around here uses it for that. But I know Mr. Mandis has something for his cat. You might ask him. Though he'll probably say no, politely, of course.
What do you know about Mr. Manners?
He's a real spitfire, that child. He used to rail against his old man. Used to steal and cheat and cuss. Then he went out into the wasteland and discovered what life is like beyond these walls, and that settled him down real quick.
What is denture paste?
Glue for fake jumpers. I really need it, or I won't be able to eat solid food.
Okay.
What does anybody need to chew?
North a little further will be Arjuna. What happened?
Sheriff Marshall caught me with dandruff on my shirt again. I'm sure to get the X next month. No way, there's gotta be somebody worse. What about Malcolm, the one who's always burping during dinner? He's cleaned up his act. Chews 20 times now before he swallows. Darn, how about Edna over in the farms? Her fingernails are always dirty and untrimmed. She's been on kitchen patrol for the last few weeks. Her nails are clean. What if we sneak into the barracks and put some banned books on our bunk? You mean get her executed in my place? How could I live with the guilt? At least you'll live. I don't know, maybe there's another way.
Speaking of the wind conversation, I hand over the head and shoulders to give the book for... to be given the book V for Vendetta, a skill book for perception.
Oh crap, it's the Rangers. I mean, it's a pleasure to meet you, General Rangers. We weren't talking anything bad, honest.
Maybe you could use some of this dandruff shampoo.
Is that a bottle of Hair and Shoulders shampoo? You saved me, Rangers. Here, take this banned book.
We were going to put it in my friend Edna's bunk and get her in trouble so they'd forget all about me.
I don't ever want to be tempted to do something that shameful ever again. Take this too. It's not much, but you've earned it.
Okie doke. Which is a skill book for perception. And we can now leave the angel. So yes.
It's a hard world out there, man. It's got a lot of jagged edges and sharp points. Know what I mean? Well, if you need to take the edge off, if you need to blunt those points, come see me and Martha at the High Ground Dispensary. We got the best shit in town. Pacoima Superfine, Matanuska Thunderfuck, Panama Red, Acapulco Gold, you name it, we got it. All clean and pure and ready to mellow your world. No stems or seeds, guaranteed. That's the High Ground Dispensary here in Hollywood. Come on down for a smoke and a chat. We're always here. Peace.
Okay. We're going to make a save there and wrap up. Thank you for hanging out. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, ticking the bell so you know when new videos go live. In the description is a link to the channel Discord. Feel free to come and talk about the games you're playing, the games I'm playing, games in general. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!